Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How's it going? What's been happening? So today I decided, because I have this Huda Beauty palette, that I was like, what am I going to do with this? And then I thought, why not do a Barbie inspired look? Because I mean, look at these colors. For me, I grew up in, I was born in 83, so Barbie always kind of had blue eyes, I feel like, in the 90s. It was less of the pinks that came through sort of more in the 2000s. If my Barbie timeline is off, don't come for me, because it's been a while since Barbie and I have hung, you know? Okay, get the hair out of the way. So today I thought I would use a foundation that I haven't tried yet. It's from Juvia's Place. Don't know if I got the right color because I've been ordering online and I just feel like you don't get the same, you can't tell in the pictures the same way because, you know, maybe your computer might not be calibrated right or whatever. And because of COVID, you can't, you can go into stores, except for maybe not today because I think we've closed again, but testers are display only, you can't touch them. So I just was like, what's the difference? I may as well just buy it online. So going to try this out. I hope it's the right color. We'll see, you guys, we'll see. Where is my brush? I did a photo shoot yesterday, day before. It was so much fun. And so all my brushes are sort of still in the bag, which is naughty. I should have washed them, but I was using them all myself. I was the model. That's a first. I modeled for my friend Micheline Pitt. Her label is called Vixen. This top that I'm wearing right now is from her. She gave it to me. I'm a very lucky girl. It was my first official modeling job, which was awesome, you guys. I had the best time. It felt super safe. We were socially distanced. I was able to do my own makeup, you know, so awesome. But I think this color's okay. What do we think? I'm liking this finish actually as well. So once again, it's summer in LA and it's gonna get real hot up in here, and I don't know why I decided to film right in the middle of the day. I should either get up super early before it gets hot or film at night, but I was feeling inspired now, and you just gotta do it when you're feeling it, I guess. So this brush that I'm using is the flat kabuki, and it's by Sigma. I love this brush. You guys, a dual fiber brush like this is going to distribute the product, kind of diffuse it as you put it on. So it's not going to go on as heavy. It also helps, if you're like me and you've got a lot of open pores. I'm 36, you guys. It is what it is. I was stupid with not putting enough sunscreen on in my youth and covering myself in coconut oil. But because of the way the brush is with the little jewel fibers, you can see they're kind of spiky when you put the product on. It helps to push the product into the pores. And as long as you're cleansing properly, your pores will not get clogged. I think that is a common misconception, that makeup clogs your pores, because if you are somebody who doesn't wear makeup and you take a makeup wipe over your face after you've been out in the elements, I can tell you right now that your pores are clogged with all the free radicals that are floating in the air, all this stuff that you don't see from the environment, from pollution. That is what is getting into your pores. So if you're using things like moisturizers and foundation, it's actually working as a barrier to those nasty things that are going to go into your skin. And as long as you're cleansing at the end of the day, I'm guilty of not doing that, sleeping in my makeup, super naughty, but as long as you're cleaning your face, stop blaming makeup. It's hormones, it's diet, there's so many other factors to it. So this is the kabuki brush. Love it. Okay, so next I'm just going to take my beauty blender. I'm using a little Fix Plus. Just getting that in there. And then you want to come in with a Kleenex and just get any of the excess pockets of air out of there before you use it on your face. And then you're going to take it over your foundation. And that'll just help diffuse it a little bit more too, so that it's not super heavy. Sorry if I look like a sweaty mess. I'm going to powder everything like at the end. So I might look crazy for a while. Okay, so next I'm going to do a little bronzer. I'm not into the super heavy contouring. It's just not my vibe. If it's your vibe, that's cool. Whatever works for you. I just tend to like things a little softer. I think as you mature, softer is better as far as foundation goes. I'm a big fan of like going dramatic on your eyes or your lips. Like I don't think as you age that you should hold back. Like why not enjoy makeup? But I think, you know, if you keep everything else pared back, then you can go crazier on the rest of your face, you know. So I'm just using a bronzer. This one's by Orlan. I've loved this one for a long time. It's not super sparkly. And this brush is by Hourglass. I got it with their foundations, but I just really like how it works on the cheeks. So for my cheeks, I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient palette, and I'm probably going to use a combo of these two on my cheeks. This has a beautiful glow to it, you guys. I love this palette. Some of these you can get in like a larger size as well if you don't want the whole palette. Don't be shy on your blush when you're going to be Barbie, you know, it's a blush kind of look. Okay, so once again, I'm going to come in with my MAC Cosmetics Paint Pot in Groundwork. I use this all the time, you guys. If there's ever any products too that I haven't told you what they are, I am going to list everything in the description box below this video. So if you just click on the description box, it will give you links of where to buy everything as well. I'm not paid to plug anything. This is just stuff that I have at home in my collection. So you know, if I do start getting sponsored for anything, I'll be sure to let you know that it's an affiliated post. But for now, this is just me having fun. I'm just taking it up to the crease line. You may feel like you don't need this step. I just really like this product. I always have. I just feel like it holds everything in place. And I'm so used to using it for blending things in afterwards that I don't know, I feel like I would feel lost if I didn't do this step. But you can use concealer if you have concealer at home. I'm going to come in with a concealer on my eyes too at some point, but that's more for a dramatic effect, which I will show you. Okay, so first things first, I know I said I'm going to use my Huda Beauty palette, but I also want to come in just with like a neutral tone first, and there's not a neutral in that palette. So I'm just going to use the Uma Beauty. And the color I'm going to use is Foxy. This one. I just want a bit of depth in the crease. So I'm just coming in with my fluffy Haku Hoda brush. I love these brushes, you guys. They're beautiful. If you're wanting to have a splurge on a brush, don't go anywhere else, I would say. They're not soft. They don't come softer than this. They're just beautiful. I'm trying really hard not to dip out of frame. I feel like in my last video, I was like, Hi! So, we'll see how I go today, you guys. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I changed my lighting setup. I was on the phone to my friend last night and he was giving me some great tips. So, hopefully I did it right. We'll see. Stay tuned. Okay, next I'm going to come in with this Lorac concealer. This one's very light, you guys. I normally wouldn't use this shade on myself. It's the 1.5 Fair, but for the purposes of what I'm doing, I wanted like a really light color. So I'm going to use this with a brush just to create kind of like a fake crease, like the Instagram kids do. This is not a look I probably would wear often, but we're having fun today because it's Barbie. And the reason I'm using it this light is because I'm going to come in with another color over the top, and I just feel like it's going to make it pop a lot more once I put that on. Let's see if she can get her symmetry right, you guys. It's been a while since I've done a real dramatic look. You know, mostly red carpet. You do a nice soft kind of smoky eye. It might be dramatic, but it won't be like this kind of drama, you know? And my own natural makeup, I mean, I either go really natural or I go for like your vintage cat eye vibes. That's just how I roll. But I figured we'd have a little fun with color. Why not? I don't do it enough. Okay, so time for some color. I'm going to come in with this silvery color here and go over the top of that concealer that I just put on. And I'm using an old MAC brush. I think it might have been limited edition. I'm not too sure, but it's the 235. And I'm just pressing that right over the top. Okay, so next I'm going to come in with this guy and just take it over the rest of like my lower lid. And I'm going to put it on quite opaque. Go hard or go home, I say. Man, look at just the color payoff in these palettes is great. Okay, so I'm just coming in with this Sephora blending brush. This is the Pro Featherweight Crease. Featherweight. Focus on my brush. Let's try this again. Focus. Why won't you focus? Still learning to use my camera, you guys. I'll get there eventually. We're just kind of softening and bringing that up a little. Now, you can always do your foundation last if you don't want to end up with this fallout underneath. I'm going to come back in and clean that up after. But I just wanted to have a base on for you guys, you know. I don't want to scare you away just yet. Are they still making that Barbie movie with Margot Robbie? I feel like was that a thing? Did I make that up? Because imagine the fun makeup that they're going to have on that movie. Okay, so next I'm going to deepen that up. Hopefully we'll focus this time. Here we go with this one. This was the brush, you guys, that wouldn't focus before. And I'm just going to get a little deeper. Getting deeper up in here. So the rule of thumb is the softer and fluffier the brush, the less product that will go on. So if you use a flat synthetic brush, it's going to go on super opaque, but if you use a soft fluffy blending brush, it's going to go on a little more diffused. And then you can build it up as you go. Okay, so I have these Lorac Luxe Diamond eye gloss trio sets, which I figured I would try out. I haven't tried them yet, so why not give it a little go? Okay. I'm gonna come in with this guy. This is Solstice. Ooh, pretty. All right. What brush am I going to use? I don't know if I pulled out a brush for this purpose. Bear with me. I have this little angled brush that I might use just because I think that's going to be the smallest. My brushes are struggling to focus. I think because they're smaller, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to pop a little down here just to make that pop a little bit more. Okay, next I'm going to come in with this guy, I think, underneath the eye using a pencil brush. I'm just going to start at the outer corner. Let's see if I can do this without making these weird faces. Like, it just feels natural to do that, you know? I feel like that thing from the Muppets that's like, you know, they're like the aliens and they're like, meh, meh, meh. I think that's the noise they make. I forget what they're called. Help if you could see me. Don't stab yourself in the eye. Okay, I'm going to come back in with this one that we used earlier and just go like right on the inner corner with it. Just to like deepen that up a little, give it a bit more definition. Okay, concealer time. I'm using the Lorac again. This one's a slightly darker shade though, because I don't want to go crazy. I'm going right into the inner part because I'm going to pop a little of that silver over the top again. I normally don't conceal this much, to be honest. People always ask me like what your favorite concealer is, and I'm like, I don't know because I don't really wear it. Like I have ones that I like that I use for work on other people, but I feel like my skin is very different. Not to everyone, I'm sure people have my skin type, but I'm very dry, and I just feel like on me usually less is more. But I'm always like, you just gotta try things out. Oh my god, what have I done? Clean up under your eyes before you start this. I realized I hadn't cleaned up on under my eyes before I put that concealer on, and I had like blue everywhere. So we'll just, I don't know who you are, why are you calling me? Sorry. Again with my phone. Who's calling? I mean, we're in lockdown. It's like, are you calling for a chat? I don't know. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted, was that I hadn't cleaned up. The blue under my eyes and went everywhere. So I've just come back in with a little bit of that Juvia's Place foundation and a wet wipe before, just to clean that up. And I've also blended out that concealer that I popped underneath. So now I'm going to come in with a little angled brush and put that silver that we used earlier under the eye. I can't not make this face today. And then over the top, I'm going to put a little bit more of that Lorac Solstice. I think it was called Solstice. Just pop that out. Pop it. Pop it. Pop it. Who is leaf blowing right now? Don't you know this is a hot set? Pretty. Okay, so eyeliner. I felt like my Maybelline was starting to run out a little, and so I decided to try the Benefit Roller Liner. I think it's called, yeah, Roller Liner. That's sort of, maybe I'm too close. Why won't you focus? One day I'll figure out the focusing issues. So I'm going to do my best not to put the mirror in shot, because I realized that it made it focus on my mirror and not on my face when I was doing my makeup the other day, which is super annoying. So apologies, but my eyesight is not what it used to be, so I need to look at myself closely when I'm doing my eyeliner. I really like the brush on that. Okay. Kiddo's just woken up. Hi, baby. Maybe she'll come say hi today. Kiddo, you want to come say hi to everyone? She's concentrating. Concentration on the eyeliner. Okay. I wonder if my next door neighbor can hear me. She probably thinks I'm crazy. We don't know each other very well. Oh, hi, kiddo. Hold, let me see if I can get her. You guys, it's Kiddo's big debut. Hi, little baby. She doesn't like being picked up. I think because she's little, she thinks she's gonna get dropped from a great height. So she gets a little nervous when she's held up. Don't you, baby? This is Kiddo. Little Kiddo baby. Look at you. I love you, baby. All right, I'm gonna let her go because I think she doesn't like it up here. Also, she's got 100 lights shining on her. She's not used to it. She's not used to the limelight. Get used to it, baby. You're going to be famous. Okay. There you go. Where did I put my eyeliner? There is just stuff everywhere. There's something, it's like dog hair just everywhere in the air in my apartment. Just dog hair. Okay, I think I found it. Yes. Okay. Back to doing the eyeliner. So I just tend to go in little strokes with my eyeliner and just kind of join it as I go. My skin is not as plump and taut as it once was. And so I sometimes have to cheat it a little bit. That doesn't mean that you can't wear liquid eyeliner, you guys, you know? Why not? Get into it. Concentrating. And my eyes are watering, and it's not because of anything I've put on my face. It's just that I've been like staring into the lights while doing my eyeliner for so long that my eyes are like, hey. So now we're gonna come in with my fave mascara. I'm still using this one. It's the Milani. I will try other mascaras, you guys, but this is just what I'm vibing right now. Starting at the base, doing the little wiggle. And of course, we're going to put a lash on because this is Barbie. So I still have 2 Barbies in my collection. I have 2. And they're in the box. One is here in my kitchen. I might show it to you. It is the Frida Kahlo Barbie. They did a collection of Barbies that were inspirational women. I think there was like Amelia Earhart. God, who else did they do? I'd have to look it up. But so I got the Frida Kahlo Barbie. I was super bummed that one of her legs wasn't longer than the other. I've never taken her out of the box though, so I haven't really had a good look. But you know, like I feel like it would have been really cool if like one of her shoes had a bigger heel on it, you know. I'm a big Frida Kahlo fan. I went to her house in Mexico with my parents, and it was just so inspiring. If you don't know much about her, you should start looking her up because she was an incredible woman and went through a lot in her life. So I have that Barbie in the box, and then the other Barbie I have in the box is back from when I used to work at MAC Cosmetics, and they did the Barbie Loves MAC range, and they brought out a limited edition MAC makeup artist Barbie doll, and she has like the MAC carry case to take her makeup to work. So I had to have her naturally, but she's in the box. She's still at my parents' house, and I've said to them so many times, like, do not let my nieces near that Barbie. She's staying in the box. Isabel, if you're watching this, don't touch that Barbie. She's mine. And she can't come out of the box because that is what makes her valuable. Second she comes out of that box, the price tag goes down. Someone's watering the garden now. I really gotta stop filming in the middle of the day. But maybe this is how we roll, I guess. Maybe this is just my channel. This is how this works. I'm really impressed with these Huda eyeshadows, you guys. I haven't played with her stuff very much. But look at the color pigment. Okay, I had to let my camera cool down just a little bit. So, oh, Kiddo's still licking her bowl. Classic Kiddo. Should I do my lashes? Let's do the brows. Let's do brows next. Still using this Benefit. I'll link it in the below description box. Comb them up, make them look fluffy and feathered. So I'm still watching I'll Be Gone in the Dark. I feel like I did Michelle McNamara a disservice the other day when I mentioned it because I really didn't, you know, first of all, I called her Patton Oswalt's wife, and she deserves better than that because, yes, that's true, she was, but she was so much more than that. She was an incredible writer, and she wrote a book about the Golden State Killer, which I wish I'd read it before I knew anything about this particular case, but I had listened to a podcast, and so I now know so much that I don't know that I would go back and read the book, maybe. But the TV show on HBO is narrated by her, and it's old footage that they had of her before she passed, talking about the case. So it is fascinating, and it's so scary. Don't watch it at night, especially if you live in California, because it just will creep you out. Thankfully they've caught him now, because before they'd caught him, that story is just horrifying of all the victims. But if you're looking for something to watch that's true crime, you can watch that on HBO. That's sort of all I've been watching during my time in isolation. I do want to watch the Walter Mercado documentary on Netflix. I haven't watched that yet. I worked with the family when I was at Sundance Film Festival at the start of the year, right before we all went into ISO. So I'm very interested to watch it. We didn't grow up with him on TV because he wasn't like known in Australia. So I'm very interested to see his life story. I feel like people here get it because they like probably grew up with him on TV. Okay, brows. I'm coming in with my Anastasia. I realized I'm talking to you guys like you watched all my other videos, because I just assume that everyone watching is like my family. But if you are new here, welcome. Welcome, subscribe. Jump in my comments section if you want to chat about anything that I'm using, or if you have any questions about makeup, questions about anything, I'll chat to you. I am new to YouTube. This is, I don't know what video this is, what number it is. But it's fun so far. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out there. I have no idea. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Caramel. Brow Wiz, I think it's called. I've been using this forever. I like the thinness of the pencil. What have I done? Way too far down there. If you do that, you can come back in with a eyebrow comb. I just don't have one in front of me. I didn't want to have to pull out my makeup kit for work. I'm trying to keep it separate from what I do on myself because of hygiene reasons. Every time I pull out my makeup kit, I have to like disinfect all of it again. So I'm leaving it tucked away in a cupboard until I need it again. So I'm just making do with what I have sort of lying around at this point. Okay, lashes. I'm coming back in with the Ardell Studio Effects lashes. I'm loving these at the moment. They're my faves. They are just like the Denny Wispies, but with a few individuals mushed into the middle just to give a bit more drama. So I'm going to use that. And the eyelash glue that I've been using is the Duo Lash glue in black. And I get that from CVS. Just gonna pop a little on a piece of paper so that I don't make a mess. Okay. The trick to lashes, you guys, is to measure them to your eye shape first before you put the glue on, and just trim off the excess from the outer corner of the lash. So that you want your lash to kind of start around here. That will help with the eyelash from like making like weird shapes and not sticking properly on the inner corner. And then you want to sort of, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but you just want to sort of like bend your lash, give it a little wiggle when you've got the glue on, and just, it helps to sort of soften the lash band that's already a part of the lash. And it gives it a bit of a curve so that it will naturally adhere to the curve of your eye. And always look down into your mirror and sort of lift your eyebrows up, and that will give you a bit more control of your eye. If you're coming at your eye with a brush or with a lash directly at your eye is immediately going to go closed because it can see what's coming at it. So you want to look down so that you're coming at it from above, if that makes sense. And then with certain things like doing eyeliner, you want to move your head. And what that does is it moves the position of your iris. So if your iris is over here, you can come into your inner part of the eye and your eye's not looking directly at the brush, and vice versa. So you just look down into your mirror, move your head, and lift your eyebrows. If you can. If you haven't had too much Botox. I usually like to wait for my lashes to dry too, and then I'll go back in and I'll reassess my eyeliner if I've done like a cat eye, because sometimes the glue might make my skin like stick to itself, I guess, and it will change the shape of my eyeliner. So all of a sudden my eyeliner won't look as consistent. It will start to look a bit messy or wonky, and so I'll then come in with my liquid eyeliner again and just sort of even it out, because my lash is going to be glued that way anyway. Sometimes too you can apply your lashes first. I like to do it after, just because it's easier to get the eyeshadow on. You won't have any fall on your lashes. And then once you've got your lashes on too, if you want to blend them in a little bit more, you can also go over them with your mascara. Okay, I don't even know if this lipstick's going to work, but I was like, I don't have a pink lying around and I didn't want to pull out my makeup kit. So this one is a Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa K. I've had it forever. They sent it to me when she first launched her liquid lipsticks. And I've just like had it lying in my bathroom drawer, so I think it's pretty dried out. But hey, let's give it a whirl. She's seen better days. Well, look at how dry that is. I need to get some more like pinks in my own personal kit. I think because I don't really wear it much. I wear a lot of reds, some like nudes. I also very rarely apply lipstick without a brush, but because this is so dry, there's no way I'm gonna get it even on a brush, I don't think. I should really throw this out, you guys. She's doing it for Barbie. It's so dry. Oh my god. I think at this point I'm like wiping it off. Oh my god. It gets a pretty color, I'll give her that. Okay, another thing I've had in my drawer, I don't know how long I've had this either. It's a Bare Minerals pencil and it is called Vibe in the Gen Nude collection. This is old. I rarely wear lip liners, and again, I didn't want to have to go searching for a pink one, so this is probably darker than I need it to be. But I just wanted to go for like that overdrawn, darker lip liner, 90s vibe. Kiddo, I think it's just a delivery baby. Okay, so I'm gonna use this iconic London lip plumping gloss in Love Struck. I don't know if you can see that. I'm really struggling with my focusing, you guys. I'm a makeup artist. I'm not a film crew. An entire film crew. Look at that. It's pretty. I went for like a more nude Barbie look. I know I could have gone like the full bright pink Barbie. But like I said, she's just using what she has lying around. Kiddo. Baby. I think there's like some workmen in the building. She's like losing her mind. Kiddo baby, I know. It's okay, my little guard dog. Thanks for keeping us safe. Ooh, I feel that like tingle. It's that lip plumping tingle you get. Barbie is coming along. Okay. What are we doing? Where are we up to? What do we need to finish? We need to powder. Oh my god, kiddo. I need to go, you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm just going to powder using the Hourglass Cosmetics Veil powder. And this brush I got from Sephora when they did their Hakuhodo collection. I love it. You'll notice, like, I tend to not be a baker. Those of you who don't know what baking is, it's where you powder the hell out of your face and then you leave it on for a while and then you, like, wipe it off. And it's meant to make your makeup last all day. But, as I said before, I'm not into anything super heavy. So this is good for me. I like this. I feel like it's a little bit more natural. You can also come in, you guys, if you want to go from a little more of a contour. Where did I put you? It's a mess over here, you guys. So I'm just going to get that bronzer that I had earlier and I'm just going to like deepen up around here. Barbie. Thank you for watching, guys, my Barbie inspired look. I love this eyeshadow palette. I never would have put this on like to go out just because I very rarely wear anything like frosty or like glittery unless it's maybe New Year. But I dig it. The pigment payoff, Huda Beauty. Focus. What do you think? Let me know. Comment below, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. I hope you stay safe and take care of yourselves.